second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Old business, none. New business, public comment, if any.
Sign these meeting minutes before y'all get to the vote.
That's the agenda.
Yeah, that's just the agenda that goes with it. I have to file that away with it.
Okay.
All right, any public comment? Terry, you don't have nothing to say. Not today. All right, we have a conditional use permit for short-term rental JES property, Strange Street.
He was supposed to be here tonight. I can call him and see if he's available by phone.
Is that the two houses right where you turn on Strange Street?
Mhm.
On the left-hand side, the ones that Jacob Rainford built those two?
He, I just think, fixed on up there for a while. I don't think he's the one that built them.
Okay,
This is the older ones that's back in there.
okay.
Let's see. I've got his phone number here somewhere. Oh, it's on this part, not that. There we go. I'll go get it. 1 second, see if this can get him up out of there.
Okay. Did we ever get on that house on the, random shelter house that we had worked on? That was one we all thought through and grant house. We need to remind that one. Let's look at it.
Look at it, yeah.
I'm more.
There's just more and more.
Yes.
Seems like a lot of these right now.
Yes, well,
Meeting, it's usually another one.
yes, and I think we need to, well, you weren't here when we worked up a plan before, and then we all thought, the people of us that were on the board, that it had been presented to the council and approved, and there is no record of that ever happening. So I think we need to pull it back out and at least look at it again.
That way you can get along with all the stuff
Yes.
that's getting
Yes, yes. But we need to revive that, look at it.
He's available by phone. Okay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, the board members are here.
Howdy.
Hello? Now, who is
That's
this?
the owner of JES Properties. That's
What's his name
applied.
though?
What's your name, sir?
James Stevens, everybody calls me Jim though, but it's either or, don't bother me.
Okay.
How many properties do you have?
I bought these 4 duplexes over on Strange Street, I think about 5 or 6 years ago. And then, spent the past couple years, fixing them up. 6 of the 8 apartments are Airbnbs now. And, so then we had a bad situation with, the tenants and these ones. This girl, rented from me for a few years and she ended up, messing the place up pretty bad. And I spent the past few months fixing it up and, I just want to turn it into an Airbnb as well. I don't want to go through the headache of having to fix it up again or anything like that. But a total of 8 apartments that I own would be Airbnbs if I was approved for these 2.
So you would have a total of 8 in apartments?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I said, would you have a total of 8 in apartments, or do you have any
Duplexes.
houses? Okay, they're all duplexes?
Well, 6 of the 8 apartments are already Airbnb.
year, and, those of the old board, we had all thought it went to, council and was approved, and all of a sudden you couldn't find any record of it. We had a density program, that would allow so many per area. And what you have right now, what you already have would have been more than the density allowed then. So, but you were, and you say, how long have you had these Airbnbs there?
I've had 6 of them here for, years. I think it was before there was a thing where you had to have it, approved.
Okay, so a lot of years.
Yeah,
Would,
I think 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Was that in the I'm just asking for me, I
Yeah.
don't, was they in the comprehensive plan or ordinance?
It was in an ordinance plan that
The
we had
summary of
provided.
changes that he got approved through city council did not limit how many short-term rentals, because I looked for that. Now, if it was in the comprehensive plan, that's separate, but under the ordinance, the summary of changes that Chris did, that was not one of them.
See, I know, we all remember this differently. And we don't know why he didn't. Because in fact, we had lots of meetings on this, going through that.
Did he maybe just put it in the comprehensive plan for future land use?
He could have, I don't know.
If
I
he
don't
put
know.
it in there for future land use, that's a little bit different than like current ordinances that you can enforce.
But I thought it was going in,
Ordinance.
ordinances, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Airbnb was starting to be a big thing everywhere.
Well, I mean, it is a big thing. I mean, in the Red River Gorge area, you have anywhere from 750 to 1,000, some people estimate, Airbnbs. In the actual city limits of Stanton, I don't have an exact number. All I can see is what I pull up on the Airbnb app, but I find that most, 12 or 15 that are actually in the city limits of Stanton itself.
Well, what we had come up with, and again, this is what it would be, was it 6 per block?
I don't remember.
It seems to me it was 6 per block, depending upon how it was. It could be even smaller than that.
Well, I mean, counting my 6 that I have here on Strange Street, I think there's 3 other Airbnbs here right now. I mean, there's one I'm looking at right now, and then there's the White House right before you turn on to Strange Street, and then the newly built White House that was built a couple years ago is an Airbnb. But besides that, I really only know of maybe a couple. I know that very large building that is currently up for sale, it's no longer operating as an Airbnb. It says Climber's Pick or something on it, on the front
I
of
will
it,
tell you
the
what.
building.
Lab Holdings is no longer using theirs as a short-term rental either, that's over there by where you all are.
Yeah.
They took theirs from short-term rental today to monthly.
Yeah.
And she's not either, so
Yeah.
we've
Where's that?
lost
Is that
3
duplex
just this
beside
month alone.
us?
Yeah.
Is that duplex beside us?
No, it's like the White House they painted that's on
Well, that
there.
duplex beside us, it's our Airbnb.
Yeah, I know, but
And
the
then
White
that-
House was, and it's not anymore. I'm just talking about the ones that quit being Airbnbs. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them open up for a while and close down. I mean, it's an extremely difficult, competitive market that, the margins on it are razor thin. I mean, we charge a lot less just to get business here than what the real market in the Red River Gorge charges. I charge anywhere between 70, 80, sometimes $100 on weekends during very busy time. They're charging $200-300 a night in the gorge. It's just honestly less for me to not have to worry about my places getting messed up. I mean,
You know what, and I'm really sorry for you, because we need rentals for people that live in Stanton to have a place to live, but people that go in and tear up a rental unit, they need to be held accountable to all the law will give them. They should not be allowed to do that and destroy a person's property. So I have a lot of empathy with you on that. I personally also go to all of the county meetings, and they are having problems with their short-term rentals too. So I would not be surprised to see some things happening with the county also, to put some leashes on some of these outrageous short-term rentals. In fact, they've got one, I was at the meeting where the owners of the properties in the short-term rental type thing, they would come out on sometimes, they would rent them out on sometimes, and the person that built it on the side of a mountain, but it was never inspected, and the county paid to have an engineer from UK come out and look at that property, and not only is it, they said that it's not if that property is gonna slide off the side of that mountain, it's when. So there's a lot of problems,
well, I mean, it's difficult any type of business you're running when you're dealing with real estate. If you're renting it long term or short term, I appreciate you sympathizing with stuff that I've had, but as far as what the law will do for me, I mean, there's not really much. I mean, I can keep the deposit, but that never covers the damages and all the expenses that I'm losing to fix the places back up, and then my only real option is to pass that on to the next tenant and charge them an enormous rent. And it's kind of just a cycle that never ends, where with the short-term rental, I'm covered by the insurance from the companies that, book the people. I'm covered by insurance policies with Airbnb. They pay for any damages that occurs to the places, and it's not just people that I am bringing here from out of town. There are people who stay with me for weeks at a time or months at a time, who are in between apartments or in between homes, who are residents of Powell County. I mean, it's going to be more. I mean, people can stay with me for a month if they wanted to, or 2 months, or 3 months, or however long they want to stay with me, as long as they're willing to pay what I'm charging. There's people who sell houses and then are waiting to close on other houses who don't have places to go and are willing to pay me, $1,600 or $1,700 a month with all the utilities included to stay with me. Also, I employ a few people who live in Powell County who clean my places when I need things fixed. I get people here in the city to fix it for me. I use local vendors, local stores, and I also bring in people to the community who spend money here when they're traveling.
How about the rest of you? What's thoughts?
Well, it sounds to me like we had at some time either a plan for an ordinance or a document and a comprehensive plan, either expanding or restricting the number of Airbnbs within a certain area.
Yes.
And it feel like to me our best move would be to research that and come back to this.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, I have researched it, it's not an ordinance, so you can't enforce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had several people coming to me, and everybody like Ruth and even Chris had multiple notes saying that, I seen notes, but there was never put in the summary of changes, like, I could go print it off for you and bring it to you right quick if you wanted me to, just so y'all can look over it. But there's nothing in ordinance form of, like this is what he passed. I mean, you can look through it, there's nothing that restricts short-term rentals and how many you can have in a certain area.
And it shows up in the comprehensive plan, but not in the ordinance. Kind of
I haven't researched the comprehensive plan yet, but I've researched the ordinance, which is what's enforceable, and it's not in it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, I guess, follow the board's wishes if that was the case and make sure I adhere to that, but it's not in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to revisit it.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What does everybody think? That
Yeah.
if we go ahead and approve this, but we need to get that back on our table and we need to revisit it and present that again to the city council. And maybe what we did last year needs to be revised for this year.
Yeah.
Does there, what is the group think? Ann? you have any
I
comment?
agree, and I will do whatever I can to help, support the board and what they want. One thing I will mention is
Yes.
that, I think I talked to you about that Senate bill that's in effect, that they're fixing to take it out of the city's hands. I would recommend we wait to see what that bill does. If that bill takes it away from cities, there's nothing we can do. We can't restrict them, we can't charge them rent, or, well, not rent, short-term, transient road tax. You can't do anything if that Senate bill gets passed.
When are we supposed to hear about that, Ann? I keep trying to look it up, pull it up on Google to see
I
if
mean,
it's
it
passed
goes,
yet
it
or
should
not.
be within the next few months. I'll look to let you guys know
Are
when
you
one. I
guys,
know
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you guys again.
Oh, yeah, there's a Senate bill that is going to put some rules down on short-term rental that's gonna take
Yeah,
away a lot of
the-
things. And I was just asking if it's passed yet. We don't know that yet. if it
it's
has.
not passed yet. It's gonna
Yeah.
be voted on soon, and I don't know the exact date, but
Yeah.
I'll get that to you.
So,
I know that the companies that run the short-term rentals have, sent lots of emails to us about that, and they're pushing very hard to, try to get that.
So basically, a lot of these big companies are taking away local control so that we don't have any say of what happens in our own city or in our own county. And I, for
That is
one,
what that Senate bill will do.
and I, for one, am very much against that.
I will tell you guys that the board, the mayor was ahead of it and let me know, can he got a letter from Kentucky League of Cities? We have sent it to the right appropriation of our,
Yes.
us being against that being taken away from the city. So we have at least put a stance on how ours, as this city feels on that. But, you know, that doesn't mean we're one voice, so we'll see what happens.
I understand, but yes, this man is a businessman too. He just can't wait for, forever and ever and ever. He's got to,
Yeah.
keep his, businesses going, and I understand that. I still think maybe we could go ahead and what I propose, go ahead and do that, go ahead and allow him to proceed and then still get back what we did before and see if we can adjust that from some way and form. Okay, well, I'll make the motion that we allow this short-term rental, on Strange Street, and that we pull back the other, work that we had done on short-term rentals and look at that again.
I'll second that motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Conditional use permit passes.
Or is there any restrictions on that? Did you all have any restrictions y'all want to put on that?
Just,
Or conditions, I should say.
well, we really haven't on any of the others.
I know, I was just asking, just make sure,
Yeah.
cover me. No.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We appreciate you trying to get your business operating there and keeping it operating.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So, am I okay to come ahead, or?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good. Just come see me tomorrow morning and I'll get your paperwork to you for your records.
All right, guys, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
I will get some of that. I'll try to figure out, I'll call Kentucky League of Cities Place tomorrow and find out. I'm all for doing it, but if it's already gonna be taken away from us, there's really no point in it. But let's wait and see when it is. It's
Exactly.
gotta be coming up in the next month or two, so.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's already went to the Senate, it's gotta be within the next month or so, I would
And
think.
if it has, that's fine, but at least if we had the paperwork where we could be looking over it, just
Yeah.
in case, I hope.
I agree,
I
yeah.
hope that
I hope it doesn't get taken away from the city.
Yeah.
I'm on your all
Yeah.
side on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the cities and counties, we need to be able to know how our citizens want to live and be
Yeah.
able to, do that for our citizens.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
And next on the agenda is ordinance 20-001.
Yes, so that's the nuisance ordinance. I'm getting to it, let's see. So, you know, in the past, I think, some of you that's been on here longer, and I can kind of give an update on some of you that's not been on here as long. We've had problems enforcing, like, if there's a house that's blighted, or if it's anything more than just some cleanup, because otherwise, you know, it's hard, it opens up the litigation, and if it's like an endangered thing, like if it endangers like other homes or people, you know, then it opens us up to getting sued, things like that. So there's been some, I don't know, just not really anything strong enough to really have some teeth to it. So I had got this together, me and the mayor had worked on it together, and then I run it by Dodd this week, and Dodd is our city attorney, and he has looked over it, he made some suggestions that made it more, strengthened legally as far as the verbiage, and so I've made those changes and now present it to you guys. It will ultimately be done through city council, but I would like to have your all's thoughts on it, see if y'all think it's good. Some of the high points on it is basically, like, places like Mount Sterling, they would have a lot of taxes that would be owed, and then they would foreclose on the property, buy the property, force a sale, tear it down themselves, and then turn around and sell the property or whatever they want to use it for, you know, whatever. But we don't have that issue here. A lot of the blighted homes, they pay their taxes. It's people that's not the issue. They just don't want to fix them up. So then they're just kind of sitting there in bad shape. We have maybe 1 or 2 out of the 10 to 12 properties that, you know, I could force a for sale on, or foreclosure. I'm not sure how that's called. I don't want to say it wrong legally, but y'all know what I'm saying. But we could force that on taxes alone, but the other ones we can't. And so then we're just continuing this problem. So this would basically start putting fines. You get a first fine, a second fine, a third fine, and then eventually these fines add up to daily as I put those liens on. After, I think it's 90 days or 100, the first 60 days, you can do the civil fine, and it starts out, if you get more than, it's the first violation is 100, second violation within 3 months is 200, third or subsequent violation is within 6 months is 300. When you get to that 6-month mark, and after all these fines has been put on there, if they still haven't done anything, we can get our lawyer to start the procedure of foreclosure and do similar to what Mount Sterling has done. This would be in just extreme cases if no one does anything. And probably we would only have to do it once or twice, and people's gonna get the idea, and it'll probably make people act more efficiently once they get their first letters.
And this would also help on absent landowners or property
Yes.
owners too.
Yes.
Because if they don't live here and aren't looking at it, you know, a lot of them just don't care.
If there was something you guys didn't like, or you think I missed something, of course I would be open to adding it, changing it, bringing it to city council. It will be on the agenda for this month's meeting for city council to either approve or disapprove, depending on their thoughts.
The one thing I don't see it is enforcement. So is that yourself, you have a codes officer
Well,
to
it's
do
based,
that?
if you look at it, it says it's an amendment to the ordinance number 20-001.
Okay.
On
That
that
was the
ordinance, it shows that I am, yes, yes, yeah. And it piggybacks off the 20-001. We're just adding to it because in the 20-001, we don't have these strictive
Okay,
rules, yeah,
perfect.
yes. Good question.
I know that I really want this to be approved by, or presented to, and hopefully get approval from city council, because we've had things going on here that we've tried to fix for, well, I've been on the board here since I moved to Stanton, and that's 3.5, almost 4 years ago now. And some of these problems have been going on all that time.
Yes.
And you write your letters, or letters go out, and it's, well, poof, you know, big deal. So, and nothing ever gets done. We need to make improvements here. We have a great little city, and some people unfortunately do not believe they need to do their part to take care of it.
Right.
I would love to see this go through and be enforced to give some teeth to some of the things that we try to do for everyone's benefit.
Yes, yes, I agree. It will be on the agenda, city council in April.
Okay, does everybody feel they have anything else to
wanted to bring it to the Board of Adjustments' attention. This probably won't land in your all's lap for the most part, it'll probably be planning and zoning. But in case they do try to ask for any variances or anything, I like to keep y'all updated. Eric Griggs is in the process of submitting some things to planning and zoning for, a pretty big subdivision development. It's gonna be about 24 houses in behind the nursing home. I just wanted to let you all know, as things go along, it'll be presented to planning and zoning, like I said, mostly, but if they do ask for any variances on something to do with that, it'll of course be brought to you all. So as that arises, I would update you guys.
That would be good. Yeah, we don't want another homestead
No.
thing going on.
I'm gonna
My
try to
goodness,
make sure
No, no.
that
was a
my
20-year
grandkids ain't hearing about
problem,
this
for goodness
20 years because I ain't messed something up, so.
No. Now,
No.
Ann, are we gonna have any workshops or anything to
I was
explain
gonna
all
talk to you
this?
guys and see about doing a workshop. I was thinking, April 2nd, it's about a week before city council, if y'all had time. We could go over I was gonna do it for both boards, and I'll talk to both boards about that, but if we could meet ahead of time, I've been like really reading hard into our subdivision guidelines, cause this is new to me too, really, and, 20 years we've not had a new subdivision come to stand, probably over that, so I've been immersing myself in it and trying to learn, and so then I could bring some of the high points that I've seen. You all can help teach me something. If you all see something, I can get y'all a copy of those guidelines prior to the meeting. You all just look at your schedule. If that date doesn't work, we can maybe even do next week. I was thinking Thursday at 6 because it seems to work good for people and it's easy to remember. But if there's a week that works better, I was kind of shooting for the 2nd, but if y'all have something that works better, I'm flexible. So.
Second one's good for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do the
That's
2nd
for me.
then, if
And-
the
and
other board is okay with it.
Yeah, if planning is
Yeah.
approved too,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is definitely something we need to go through the whole
6 o'clock.
subdivision.
Yeah, it'd be 6 o'clock, it'd just be a
Yes.
workshop, there wouldn't be any motions made, it would just be like a learning
Right.
experience for all of us, so
Yeah.
they're all on the same page. Yeah.
Yes, I think that's an excellent idea,
Yeah.
because as I said, homestead is well in front of our minds.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, I don't wanna repeat.
The only thing I see about this is being able to get a school bus up in there. and
That's
turn
what
around.
yep, you betcha.
Well, if they do it like they do at mine, they literally drop them off at the front of the road.
That's a long ways for them to walk.
That-
They-
that's-
they-
I-
they
you know
would
where I
have to-
live, Ava
but
has
you
to
know,
walk
while
all
he's
the
got
way
here,
up
they
that
would
hill
have
and
to
back.
walk to the front of the road.
Yeah,
I know,
and
that's why they do Ava, she has to walk it from those columns all the way back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that should not happen.
Yeah.
That should
If
not
you
happen.
remember, you was down there that day, me and Pete looked at that, and we was gonna develop it. Remember, you come down there, and we was gonna put a road in, we was gonna put a road and sidewalk, we was gonna do it exactly the way, and make a road, make a U-turn all the way in the back of it and come back.
Oh, while we're thinking about this, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, which it'll be through planning and zoning, but this is new to, I'll just hand these out and then I'll use these same ones for planning and zoning, but we've never had a subdivision, so we don't have any subdivision costs. Okay, so, here's yours, honey.
Okay,
And then, so this is a proposed cost that I come up with that'll actually be done through planning and zoning, because that's the way the subdivision guidelines work. It gets approved through planning and zoning, and then it gets sent to city council, but I like to keep everybody on the same page. So I went through like Kenton County, McCracken, I went through, where's it, Danville, is that where, yeah. I checked a bunch of them. Now, a lot of them are very much on fees, because they have staff city engineers.
yeah.
We do not have staff city engineers. We will have to hire a third party, and it's the one that I found that does this type of engineering that's pretty comparable rates to everybody else, and they're close and local, because we cannot use Nesbit Engineering, who we usually use, because they are using Nesbit Engineering. That's who submitted this, for April's meeting. We had to get a different one, and they're about $200 an hour. That adds up quick.
Yes,
And
it does.
some of this stuff that they're gonna be submitting in this workshop, you'll see, we'll take an engineer looking at it to make sure that it fits our protocol. So, it's above my pay grade, just to be honest. So, we'll have to set these fees accordingly. Of course, it is up to city council, but I just wanna give y'all a copy, let y'all look over it. It's not too bad in the grand scheme of things, I don't think, but, city council will have final say, and then it'll be, secondary approval through planning and zoning at the next meeting. But I wanted to give y'all an update on what's going on as well.
And I especially like the cost recovery provision, so
Yeah.
that the city of Stanton isn't stuck with costs.
Yeah. Yeah, and so
Somebody's
that
gonna
would
make
just
a
be
lot,
added to
yeah.
our current fee schedule. We
Exactly.
have all the other fees that's recently been updated. I think Chris went in and done that, and,
Yes.
but this wasn't anticipated, I think, so,
No,
yeah.
Okay, no, I think that's good. I'll
That's
just
all I
leave it
had.
here, how about that?
Yeah, I'll
Next
have to use
person
them for the
sit in
next
the
meeting,
place
so.
out there. And I had one other question. Now, is all of this property out of the floodplain, or is some of it
There's
in
the back
floodplain?
3 lots are partially in the floodplain zone. They'll have to do, I'm the floodplain administrator for the city of
Yes,
Stanton as well.
yes,
So,
you are.
I've already been talking to Alex that's at the state level and sent him an email. They'll have to go through state and Division of Water to get approval for that. So, I'm working on it as far as that aspect, yeah.
All right. Some of the things can we go back to some of the things you've been working on all month for us?
Sure. Yeah.
It's been a little crazy, I know.
Yes.
What is the actual, thing that's going on with Mr. Markham?
I don't know, just being honest. I've asked for a couple of updates and I never get any, just being honest, so I'm not sure.
So they've never appointed a different judge? to
Yeah,
come
he's
in
went
and-
through different judges. They keep finding him. That's all I know that they're doing with him, is finding him.
Okay.
Yeah, the last I heard is that they just applied a new fine to him
So
for
all
not.
of that stuff from last year is still on the table, and, you know, it goes month after month after month after month.
I know,
So
it's-
that's where we are, huh?
Yeah.
Can we do
It's-
anything about the trash in the front yard?
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
it's pretty
I
bad.
had talked to Dodd, our city attorney, because, and so, yeah, been talking to him, if like, I know it's kind of a little bit of a sticky situation because we have litigation going on, but he is violating other ordinances, so I talked to Dodd legally, I want to make sure I don't do anything wrong legally, but I am talking with Dodd about that one as well. He's supposed to get back to me on how I can proceed on that,
And also, I had a
and
neighbor
he's been
talk.
having yard sales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a neighbor talk to me today too about the boxes that ended up in his yard. He lives next to the courthouse, and trash from the trailer park over there.
Yeah,
And I'm every day.
yeah.
Every single day, I'm out picking all that stuff up, sometimes twice a day, depending upon how hard the wind is blowing. So
Yes.
it needs to be resolved. Okay. And let me see, there was another one I was looking at down here too. Oh, the accessory buildings.
That's just a continuation. That's,
so
I'm waiting
that's-
still on Dodd on that one. I'm trying to, we're getting him moving on some of this stuff for
Yes,
road
we are.
pass.
Yeah.
So that's
I've
still,
been squeaky wheeling this.
yeah, so that's one we'll squeaky wheel when we finish these other 2 we got on our plate right now, but
Okay.
it's one of the squeaky wheels still.
Yeah, that's really important too.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and again, I wanted to let everybody know, I told the people we need to get our 5th member here. We have been short way too long.
And me and Dodd met, and I'm doing research, so I called Kevin, and I found where all 5 members back in 1992 were appointed, but the problem was it did not state which 5 members were appointed to the planning and zoning board. It just said all members by Sarah Combs was sworn in as members of the planning and zoning board, but not a name on it. So, yeah, I'm trying to still do research, and I have to do it in my downtime, which I don't have much of, but I'm working on that for Dawn.
Importance of good.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and let me see. And again, we have to thank Dodd for coming through on some of our stuff.
Oh, Dodd's come through a lot this week.
Yeah,
He
he
has.
has.
He's
Yeah, he
been,
has.
and then with some of these other fee schedules, he's called me and answered every question I've had pretty efficiently, so.
And that's good.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But we've
He's
been
good.
waiting a long time, you know,
Yeah.
it's been already
Well, he's trying to make up for it, I think.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was all I had. Did anybody else have any questions with anything?
I don't.
Not so.
She's been busy.
Yes, she has. She's been up here. And the good news, her son is doing very, very
Yes,
well.
praise the Lord, yes.
Very
He
well.
got cleared from surgery today, so he's
Yeah.
back to as healthy as he can be with Crohn's. But yeah.
We were 8 minutes over. Did I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make it.
I'll second it. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
to order. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In a prayer. Father, we just thank you for the opportunity to do our part in our city. We ask that you just let us do everything according to your will for this town, and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Oh.
Those are the meeting minutes. When y'all approve them.
Here's the agenda. No, that's for meeting. That's for last.
You need a packet?
He needs an agenda.
Well, I've got it on here.
Is
but-
this yours? Well, no. I don't know, do you have a packet for each of it? Yeah. I have one. You sure? Yeah.
She must have signed these.
Yeah, this is the other.
Does everybody have the minutes from last?
Okay.
Oh, I forgot my glasses.
Yeah, me and Tara just realized I did not put them in the packet if y'all want to look over them. I must have forgotten.
Let me see,
Yeah.
were they in this?
I can go make y'all a copy right quick. Look over them. I'm sorry, I usually come in the
That
back.
packet's big.
Where's the, here, I'll go make a copy.
Everybody knows it's free ice cream day at Dairy Queen.
Why is it?
Free ice cream cone at Dairy Queen.
Wow.
All right.
Let's all go together and then I'll wonder what happened. He'd say, what's going on?
Who wants to sign and then put y'all. Yeah.
No worry, but when you're ready. Is everybody ready? Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes as typed?
I'll make the motion, to accept the minutes this time.
The ayes have it. All in favor say aye. That was a copy, so you can, as long as you sign the minutes. No, you're good. No old business. And new business. Bullet 1, Steve Back zone change application.
None taken. So he is here tonight, and part of the reason why they are asking for this zone change is Screaming Beans, y'all know, are getting relocated due to AutoZone coming in, and they are gonna propose to use that property as their new location, and they need a drive-through, so that's why they need the B3 zone change. 'Cause it's not acceptable in the zone that it is.
We're gonna put it over on that lot. It ain't actually gonna be on State Garage's property, it'll be on that lot right beside the old State Garage property. I bought that over there too, so that's where.
There used to be a house on it, didn't it, and it got torn down?
I tore it
Yeah.
down.
Where they moved
That
it.
little woman.
Yeah, the building itself will be.
Used to live there, had that little blue Chevette there for years.
She's using your other building as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
but she's gonna have that as the drive-through.
Yeah.
The other one will not be a drive-through.
Right, it'll be
Yeah.
like
Just a
a,
walk.
right.
Yeah, walking.
She gotta move her existing building down there to your property.
And there's
Yeah.
already a water tap there, so that's not an
There's
issue
a
or
water
anything.
tap and sewer tap both there.
Yeah.
That old house was there.
Yeah.
So is that the one that's 732 East College?
Yes.
So,
So, there's a couple issues we have as a next door neighbor. What are you gonna do with all the water if you put a drive-through through there?
it is always flooded.
Because there's always water there.
Yeah, because they got them houses back there. There
And
wasn't
it-
no water back there to them Hatfield, Barry Center still them houses back there.
And it runs
And it's running toward me. So I'm
through my
gonna,
yard.
it's gonna come over there, go down that ditch. I'm gonna go in there and build,
You-
we're gonna rock it, we're gonna put rock in there and we're gonna put drainage in there and drain it all back to the ditch.
And it's gonna go forward towards college?
Just gonna go down that front ditch.
Okay.
And then the back where all the briars are, you know,
That's-
that out.
That's as far as I own
Yeah.
100 feet back there from the road back. I guess that's right in there's around that property line.
So there is a bramble patch that there's snakes and.
I mean, I'll clean it, I've got equipment, if you want me to clean it up, I'll clean it up.
It's
I-
got sewers, I think.
I was just, it's right where our property line's at.
Yeah,
You
so
go in
there's
there.
We had it
There's-
appraised so you could see our stake.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
we
ditch is
had it,
actually,
Okay.
and so we're in the midst of trying to clean ours up, but there's been more than one or two snakes come out of there while I'm working on it.
If you let me know that I've done that, mowed.
And, yeah, well, they came in and mowed part of it and stopped short, so.
Yeah, he mows for me.
So that was the two, that and the light.
yeah, we don't want a light shining.
So
in our
the
yard.
light from the gas station already makes it so that if we're sitting on our back porch, we can't see each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it
We're
just
not gonna
shines
put no
bright.
big Spotlight in there, but they'll have to have, just regular
A
lights.
drive-through light,
Yeah.
that's fine. We're just concerned about,
Which house do y'all live in?
we're in the one that
You see the trampoline.
you can
Okay.
see the trampoline. We have an L-shaped lot, and so we go back around the end of your property and we come around the edge of your property.
They have the house that Barry Sanders lived in there for a while.
Well,
That
you got
has
the
all
brick
the-
house. You got the brick house down there?
No,
Oh, I thought you did
It's
say that
vinyl
today.
siding.
it's vinyl, it's got the solar panels on the back and
Barry went back in there and built.
Barry's house has a bunch of solar panels all over it.
Barry built 4 or 5 houses back there, and when he done it, he didn't do enough.
I know.
And we're gonna do some, right now, I'm getting all the water. I'm carrying all the water on that lot, which I didn't care, because I wasn't gonna do nothing with it, but what I'm gonna do, we got that big main ditch down through there. I'm gonna go in there and put drain lines in there and fix it right, and then we're gonna go back in there and put rock in and compact it down, and then eventually we'll probably end up blacktopping it.
that was our only concern is where's the water gonna go?
Right, that's a valid
I tell you
concern.
what, I'll work
I
with you on
guess.
the water.
Yeah.
We'll work together.
Because I mean,
Problems everywhere in Zambia.
yeah.
I
And
mean, I
then-
understand.
We're built on a
Yeah.
farm.
I'm
And
gonna
then
wanna clean
the
that
lights.
up back through there anyway, and, I'll have to measure from the road, but if you had a survey, you've got the stake there.
Yeah, the
You'll see
stakes
the
and
stakes.
stuff are there. The only,
I
it
mean,
wasn't as bad until the neighbors cut those trees down
Yeah, we're
and that jack leg that cut them down,
just,
they had a tractor buried all the way up to its axles while they were trying to cut those trees down, and it just messed up every bit of drainage
When they do that, it's been a while.
last summer.
is all correct. It kind of-
But yeah, all that water's coming, I'm gonna take it off that line, but you'll see what.
Okay, that
But like I
was
said, I'll
our
work
only
with you,
concern.
if you need me to come over and clean part of your, I'll clean it all up and down through there. I got a bobcat, we'll clean it all up for you.
I think it's all.
Well, there is a bunch of debris, I would work with you because the people who had the house before us, they left been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that after I clean up the yard.
I'll work with you on that.
All right.
We'll take care of it.
I'd be glad to pay you to help us with that.
We'll charge you a dime. Just be good neighbors.
You know what, that's what it takes, doesn't it?
That is.
Just don't mind the autistic children.
Do what now?
Especially-
We have 2 autistic kids. One of them doesn't talk, but he makes a lot of noise.
And he likes to go outside in his undies too.
We chase him in the house.
Why,
What are your thoughts on this zone change?
I have no problem with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
It would go final approval to city council and we'd get the approved home in April if y'all decide to vote that direction.
So we need to make a motion.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I make a motion that we change the zoning
All right.
for 732.
Is you gonna do that section B?
Section B.
Yeah, we'll make that as the motion, Kevin, if y'all are okay with that, under that ordinance, okay.
KRS 213B.
R1 to B30.
Yeah. Yep.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it, motion carried.
Is that what you're trying to say? Thank you all.
Yeah.
I look forward to.
I'll get with you. I've got a building back there in the back that we do work well in, and but
No,
we're
it's spring and beans
well
is
right
going
now.
on.
So
And,
we would exist.
You know, up there in the corner.
Well, I'm
Portable
my line's just turned up left and right.
Remember she was in here trying to get,
But I must get my,
I
I'll come over there. I'll come over.
All
When we
right.
get ready to start that line, I'll come over. My name's Steve Back.
That little trash, but it has also been China wall.
Bye, Randy. Get better quick.
the car. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
they did.
Wow.
I'll find it.
I'm surprised at that, but okay. All right, next is Tony Morton's zone change application. Who is that?
Be me. So
That-
same thing, we are relocating Sue's hot dogs.
Oh, really?
And he is going to bring his existing building.
He's what?
He's going to bring the building.
They
Okay,
need a drive-through.
Yeah.
okay. And so it's gonna be in the same property then?
No, this
No.
is the so you know where China Walk is?
Yeah?
They're requesting a zone change for that property, cause I think,
Oh,
and then, cause it's on the same deed.
Yeah, we own that in the corner behind
Yeah.
it. Used to be Al's Pet Store, so he will go in the corner.
But it's the Al's Pet Store lot, they're requesting zone change for the whole thing, but it's Al's Pet Store is where this is going,
Was it not
already
zoned?
not B3.
I think it'll be two.
B2, and B3 is the only one that allows for drive-through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you putting a drive-through on the China Walk or
No.
in another building?
No, we're,
the hot dog
we
stand.
own where Al's
That
Pet
little
Store
hot dog,
is,
yeah.
all the way in that triangle
Right.
behind it. And so it's gonna go essentially where Al's Pet Store was knocked down. And then they should be able to drive.
How do y'all plan on, this is a question for me, because I've had people ask me, how will the traffic influx and
That-
reflux?
that's what I was about to ask, because we've been through this already with the little building that y'all rented out back there.
And will that building stay there?
As of right now, yes. We're hoping to keep it, cause I think he's wanting to use it for additional storage, not to like operate another drive-through or nothing, but I'm not sure exactly how they plan on doing that. We were hoping to wait and see if y'all had any, thing that we needed to not do. But I'm thinking they should be able to cross through and come out on the little side street. Or we could do it the opposite way, if that would be better.
Do you know how much, because for B3, you have to have 25 feet or half a row front setback, and then your max, like, you have to have 100, minimum lot width at the building line of 100 feet in B3.
100 feet. I think it is, because the front of it is the widest part.
Yeah.
That where the front of the building would be.
Yeah.
And that, it goes longer than the building, so I think that would be 100 feet.
Okay.
We could measure if we need to.
I mean, I would just want to put I guess it's just part of the minutes is that they have to follow B3
Contingent
contingent on them following B3 standards. I think they will, but
Yeah.
I just wanna throw it out there, cause it's not the same as B2. B2, there's really none
Yeah.
as far as that goes, but B3, it's more restrictive. So I just wanna make sure that we follow the rules.
Yeah, because, I mean, we had that was a big kind of an argument. The little building that's back there already, the guy set it where it is so he could have some parking and a drive-through there because it was gonna be a barbecue stand.
Yeah, and when he couldn't get that, that's when we purchased
Yeah,
the
so,
property, cause he
yeah.
just left it after he couldn't get the drive there.
Yeah, and so,
That is something else.
I personally don't know how you would put a food business in there, that's why I haven't moved any food businesses in there. We have like an engraving shop right now.
yeah, right.
That, we've asked him to move to Clay City, and we're gonna move him away from the state.
Okay,
Well, if it doesn't comply with the, size, do you have to rescind if it's approved now? How does that work?
Would be contingent
well,
on.
yeah,
It would be
contingent
contingent on it meeting that. The only thing I'm more concerned with from a legal standpoint, and Dodd isn't here tonight because I really, he's coming next month though, he'll be there next month. But, I'm worried that y'all already told one person no to a
Yes.
drive-through, and then you're turning around telling somebody else yes to a drive-through for the same reason that guy wanted to put one on there.
Yes.
I feel like, this is nothing towards Suze, because y'all know, like, I can promise you, I've talked to Michael myself, and I've done
Yeah.
everything short of going and buying land and to try to help him. He knows I love Suze, I'm supportive of Suze, this has nothing to do with Suze, but I don't wanna put the city in a spot to where I personally would like representation on this one. I just feel like it would cover us. Like, I know Doug couldn't be here tonight, but maybe we could. But then again, I know Suze, I'm not trying to solve Suze, but I know Suze is, I could call Dodd maybe if y'all want me to, see if he's available by phone tonight. That way we're not holding Suze back, because they tried everything under the moon to find a place to go. I've been helping them.
Yeah,
Well,
this is really kind of the only option.
I
that we
know,
have
I know.
to give you the two.
It's just, do you see where it puts us in a bad spot where we already told somebody no?
Yeah.
Here is
If
the
I
thing, he built that building right up against the road. Suze is gonna be in the
Yeah.
middle, and there's gonna be more, so there could be more footage there,
Well,
because he just leave the building up, not really
as
planning.
I recall this though, the reason he put it way back there is so people could come off of the College Avenue and pull in, and there would be several
Parking spots.
people that
Uh-huh.
could be in a line. And then they could pull out on, what is that, Halls?
I think it's Halls.
Yeah, Halls, and then go back out.
We could start the other way, if that way we could make sure we don't put any traffic out onto College Avenue, that would be better.
That may be the better, if the size of the lot allows it, then that would probably be the better way to do it.
And you could always take the building down if you had to, if that made a big difference to make.
I do think it would help not having two buildings
Yeah.
on that lot, because it's not that big of a lot, and this is
not that big of a
triangular,
building.
and it's not, yeah. So, I do think it would help to not have two buildings on that little lot, to try to maneuver around with the drive-through.
Yeah, I think the pet store only had like 3 dogs and a couple of cats, right?
It's not hard.
And the Chinese has,
Yeah, it's not, it's.
Yeah, and then we
People
all ate
joke
them,
about
we
it,
went to
yeah.
eat cat on a stick.
Well, the Chinese people would be very upset too.
I love Chinese, we love them.
That was the previous owners.
Yeah.
That's why they left town.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
We know.
Well, do I hear a motion that we send this on to the city council with the contingents of the sizing of the lot and really the placement of the drive-through, so that it.
What if you couldn't have a drive-through? I know you need one, and it's really good, but they functioned for years and years without one up on the hill, so,
Mikey is pretty adamant about wanting.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
About wanting them.
I
It's very
don't-
convenient, I really like the drive-through.
That was one of his big reasons why,
Yeah.
the only reason why he was even hesitant about going at the Wilsey's building, I'm pointing the wrong direction, because he wanted his drive-through. I mean, I'm not speaking for him, but in the past, previous talks we've had, he's pretty reliable. Like, he feels like a big chunk of his money comes from his drive-through.
Oh, I'm sure,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about, has anybody talked to Eric Cassidy about that lot that where we tore down the
that has already got plans and it's been sold.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and last I heard, they were thinking about putting duplexes on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, believe me, like, I have,
Mhm.
like, I've talked to Logan Faulkner, I've talked to Dale Allen, I've talked to Scott Graham, I've talked to John Brewer, I've talked to, I put him in contact with, the people on McGill's, what's their names? They own the old Dr. Jim's
Ventura.
building, the Venturas. I've literally, anybody, Daryl Billings, anybody that has prominent land in
What
City
about,
St. I have
what about
researched.
Delbert Brown? He's got a lot right there.
I didn't ask Delbert, I didn't,
I don't know if that floods or not. The flood,
yeah,
right there
the
in front of the
two,
radio station.
Yeah, I've seen it.
oh, that one does flood,
Does
yeah,
it
that's in the
flood?
floodplain zone,
I
yeah.
thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were talking over there on East College somewhere
Yeah, there it is.
that I didn't know about, but,
That don't flood.
yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah.
That don't.
But I've helped him look for anything and everything, and we've pretty much turned over every rock me and him both could think of. I've worked with him as much as, I mean, cause I love these, I'm so much for them, like, couldn't brag on them enough, but we've just not found anything else. That, unless he found something, well, I'm assuming not if he's here with y'all.
Yeah, that's,
Kinda.
we tried to get him to go before we put the doctor's office in that front building,
Mhm.
and we were gonna apply for a zone change and just add a drive to the building. But now that we've got that tenant in there,
Mhm.
this is really the only thing we have left that would
Yeah.
work for him.
Yeah.
All right, well, with that said, do I hear the motion?
I will, I'll make a motion to change it to B3 on contingent of the size of the lot is usable.
Are y'all doing it under that section B again for that KRS statute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right, do I hear a second?
I see.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it, motion carried.
So after I get it measured, we'll just give you a call.
Yes, yeah, and if you don't care, just, when y'all are out there, call me and I'll come out there and that way I can have pictures and take, cause I just wanna cover the city.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's
just call me,
fine.
yeah.
All right, I'll get with him in the morning and give you a call.
Alright, yeah, I'm available anytime, I'll come out there and meet you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, lady.
All right, next on the new business is amendment of ordinance 20-001.
We kinda touched base on this in the other meeting, some of you guys heard some of it, so what we're doing and what I'm proposing to do, unless y'all have any, additions or, you know, something you wanna take away from it, is we would be more restrictive on the nuisance ordinance, it would be added to it. It states now that, you know, like, basically what happens in the 20-01 that Will brought up in the other meeting was that I go in, I'm the authoritative person, I say that this, you know, is violating this nuisance ordinance, I give them 30 days notice. If they don't do it, you give them, you know, usually more time. If they don't do it, eventually we can either mow it and put a lien on the property, or we can take them to court like Stephon Martin. And then you see where we're at. It takes years before that's done. And so then you're looking at these properties, and sometimes, and when you do go to that, a lot of these, even when you do take them to court, a lot of these judges aren't even familiar with like planning and zoning. You know, a lot of these, you know, they're not even familiar with the law itself as far as zoning goes. So then, you know, I've had it ruled against me when I can promise you we were 100% in the right, but I've lost in court over it because they just aren't familiar with, you know, how planning and zoning works in our town. But anyway, so this would be more, a lot more teeth to it, it'd be a lot more restrictive. I would be able to put fines on it, eventually put big liens on it, and if they still didn't do it, we foreclose and sell the property and be able to do something with it within 6 months to a year, which is a lot better than taking them to court and still being in court 2 years later and nothing being done still. And so I'm gonna, submit this to city council in August, or April, yeah.
Do you need to do anything for that, or you're just?
No, I'm just making sure you all don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I like to stay in good graces of you guys.
So do you have like a count of properties that you're looking at?
There's 12,
12?
yeah. Most of them are blighted homes, like dilapidated homes that need to be updated. There's a couple of properties that are just chronic nuisance properties that they'll clean it up for just a little bit, go right back, clean it up, go right back. If I put some fines on them, I think it'll slow that down and may not have to just do this yo-yo thing every single month. But most of them are dilapidated homes.
Are 2 of them on airport?
Yes. One of them's getting tore down though.
Well, it looked, I mean,
They're getting started. That's Christy
They're-
and Nick Rose, so surely
Oh,
it'll get
really?
done soon. Yeah.
somebody was living in it, and then I come out on Sunday morning to go to church, and I went,
They're
what
turning that
happened?
down. They're gonna be turning that down. I don't think it'll be too awful long, cause it's Nick and Christy, they got equipment and things. So.
Okay.
They're planning on putting, 2 houses there. Cause they own the trailer behind it. The trailer will be
Yeah.
removed too.
Yeah,
And so one house will go on that lot and the other one on that lot, and there'll be new homes.
and then that other one's been falling down.
That's James that works at the bus garage. I've been trying to get him, but yeah,
Who
that's
is it?
another one. James Mullins, I think's his name, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's not forget the trailer park.
And the trailer park,
Oh, yeah,
And
that's a.
the house here on Court Street, and a couple on the corner of Breckenridge that Richard owns. I'm trying to think,
And the
there's
Boone
several.
Street one.
Well, yeah, so
Yeah.
it,
Boone Street one is the one that's the repeater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that number will just grow if you don't do something, so. I think-
Exactly,
I
and
think
I'm
you're doing the
hoping
right
that
thing.
literally it's one of those things, I think if we make, I hate to say an example, but kind of an example out of one, usually they follow suit after that, they don't wanna be in the same boat, so they'll usually, cause some of these people, you know, it should be the same, again, across the board, and I believe that, and I don't waver from that. But some of these, there's just like, you know, there is people that are in financial strains and don't have the money, but a lot of these, it's nothing to do with that, and it's more to do, they just don't want to. And some of these people have the money and the means, they just don't, so it'll help with some of that.
Well, I think that's good amendment, so.
Oh,
We need to vote on that?
we need to make a motion.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to give you an update.
Okay.
It's city council's approval.
You wanna say something, Ruth?
Yeah, I was just, are they going to come into the, meeting on the 2nd of April?
Oh, yeah, thank you. I was talking about doing a workshop for this, what's next on the agenda. It's new business for me. I don't think it's on the agenda, but I was bringing it up. There's gonna be a new subdivision being brought in. It's new territory for all of us, and I was thinking we could do, the other board was pretty good with, April 2nd. It's Thursday at 6. We'll have like an hour, maybe hour and a half probably, meeting of the minds, basically a workshop of going over some of the highlighted points. If I miss something, Will's like, excellent, this is right up his wheelhouse. If I miss anything, he can help us, we can all work together as a team, make sure this is done correctly, we don't want another. Brookside is not bad, but it could have had some improvements, and then, for sure, we had just, there's still problems at Homestead. So, I just don't wanna leave this legacy of this board or me for 20, years down the road, generations down the road, having to deal with what we're doing right now. So, I have been working hard on working with a fee schedule for this, a different engineering firm to have as a backup. Dodd looked over the fee schedule that I'm picturing hand out. He was okay with this. Of course, it goes to city council, but I just want to give y'all an update and let you know, there's one there in front of you, Miss Margarita, is the fee schedule that we're talking about approving at city council. It has to be, this one does have to be approved through you guys and submitted to city council. So if y'all want to look over that, let me know what your thoughts are. The reason why we're having to charge way more than like some of these other counties is like Mount Sterling, Winchester, Lexington, and Louisville all have staff engineers. We will have to use a third party consulting engineering firm that run $250 an hour for them to look over this paperwork, because some of the stuff that they have to submit in this workshop I'll go over with y'all is something that an engineer has to look at. Like, you have to have an engineering degree to even know if it's correct or ain't correct. And so, now some of it we'll know, like if it's the width of the roads, if it's supposed to be this wide, or the width of the sidewalks, you can pretty much tell. But some of that stuff, it's like if it's at this much grade and like the floodplain stuff, that's above my pay grade to know if it's gonna have the right kind of feel and if it's gonna cause water to disperse on other neighbors and stuff you have to really consider. And that area, as we've already talked about, has flooding problems, so I don't want to cause any more issues for other people by doing something wrong. So that's why this fee schedule seems high, but in the grand scheme of things, it's, it shouldn't cost the city anything for a developer to come in and develop into our city. So we're just trying to make sure the city doesn't, have to pay anything for that.
Well, if you look at the dollar store that they put in Clay City there. They made them build it up, so I mean,
it works.
sometimes, if you want it bad enough,
Yeah.
you'll do it right.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all we're wanting, is it just done right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
I talked to that guy, you don't have to worry, he ain't putting no more in for a while. I've got him in my phone, I'll tell him a lot. He's that
Do
business.
you all have any thoughts on that fee schedule?
I think it looks good.
Would you all be willing to make a motion to send that to city council for approval?
Well, I mean, I'm willing, I don't think it's that bad, I mean, like you said, it has to be,
You researched everything.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
researched all
I've
around.
researched all around. I mean, I'll tell you, like Lexington, it's like $250, and then I think it's $25 a house. But they have the infrastructure to support those kind of fees because they have the
Right.
staff for that.
right,
Mount Sterling's is even a little cheaper, but they do the same thing. They're a growing city. They have staff engineers. They have building inspectors. They have the full range, the same thing as Lexington and Winchester have. So, but if you go to some of the other counties that are like on the edge of those kind of big cities, they have more fees like what we're talking about doing. Because we just don't have the cost to be able to do that with, you know, yeah, to hire that kind of staff all the time.
well, do I hear a motion to send this schedule to the city council?
I
For
make a
approval.
motion, we send this schedule to the city council.
And you all agree
I'll
to
second.
adopt those fees for the planning and zoning? Okay,
Do we need a second?
I did.
yeah.
Oh,
All
okay.
in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Do I hear a motion to dismiss?
I have to motion to adjourn.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, wait.
Hold
No.
on. Wait. I
Take
need
that
this,
back.
and I need
I
the fee
didn't
schedule.
get that quick enough, did I?
Yeah, so I
It gets a little quicker.
so one more little thing, so did everybody get a chance to look at the subdivision stuff?
A little bit.
A little bit,
I did a little bit.
two of the big things is it's in the floodplain zone, so that's a big issue. The bus turnaround's gonna be a big issue that we'll have to work on going forward. Another one that they're talking about asking for, I'll go ahead and tell you, they've been pretty open about it, because I think they're trying to be transparent, like I do think that. And they were talking about already asking for variances on sidewalks, so that's something we need to look at in our workshop. I know the mayor and some of the other people are pretty adamant they want this done by the book, so they would rather some sidewalks and stuff be put in. So just letting y'all know their thoughts on that. But, that will be brought up at the April meeting, and in the meantime, I'm gonna have this approved, and then I'll be working with Palmer Engineering on getting, but I don't think in like the steps, we'll probably just need Palmer Engineering like 2 or 3 times through this process, just to make sure that what they're sending to us is correct. So hopefully it don't cost us too much, but also putting that contingency that if it does cost more than what we're charging, they're responsible to pay for it. So hopefully, but that was it. I just want to make sure
That's the
everybody was,
nursing home right there.
yep,
Do we have to dismiss again?
So the special meeting,
yeah,
so is the special meeting for this on April 2nd
yes,
at
Yep.
6? Okay,
6, yep.
all right.
It's more of a workshop, but yeah, because we're not gonna make any motions. It's a workshop, but yes.
And it's not gonna be live, we're just gonna have.
Yeah, no, because it's just a meeting of the minds. We're just
Yeah, but
learning from each other
Yeah,
on this.
right.
Yeah,
What time
yeah.
is that meeting?
6.
6.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get subdivision regulations.
Yep, I'll have a copy for everybody. Because it's a big one, I'll just have y'all pick it up and y'all can be reviewing it before the meeting. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll probably have that ready for you guys Monday.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
5,
Now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go Margareta.
Go, Margaret.
I'll make a motion with you.
Can I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let's have it.